Hey guys, and welcome back to the Williams fam. So today we are doing a cooking video, and these are all the ingredients you will need to make your dinner today. I am doing some rice and peas and brown stewed chicken, as you can see. So let's get started. So for the peas, you would soak this overnight. You can add like your garlic into it and soak it overnight, which I already did. So it's been boiling, as you can see here. So it's been boiling, and I'm about to season the pot. So I'm about to season this pot just now because the peas is pretty much cooked. I got my rice here, which you guys had just seen me wash. My chicken has been soaking in vinegar, so which is here, which was the vinegar and water and some lime and a little bit of salt to get the rawness off of it. Never take out your chicken out of the package and do not clean it properly. Please, I've seen so much people just take their chicken out and wash it with water and put seasoning on it. That is not cooking. Trust me. That is, I don't even know what to call it. Please make sure you put, if you don't have lime or lemon, just use vinegar and water to wash your chicken. You can use vinegar, water, and salt, or vinegar, water, and salt and lime as well. And when all else fails, you can also use a little bit of white rum and water to wash your chicken. Yes, you can use liquor to wash your chicken as well, just to help it to get the rawness off of it. Okay, so the next thing I will be doing is I'm going to go in with my coconut cream. So these are what I'm going to... So I am going to transfer these into the pot. You can see the peas is boiling, so you can test it like this. And that's how you know the peas is cooked, when it's all smushy. So I usually put 2 of these coconut cream. Some people put 1, some people put more. And I go in and I just put this in. So put that in, and you want to stir the pot up. Okay, now let that boil. I'm going to go in with some all-purpose seasoning. Put a little bit of seasoning in your water. You can also go in with some chicken as well. It's up to you, and I just put a little bit. You don't want too much. I'm gonna drop my pepper in, have my garlic, thyme, my scallion. If you have ginger, you could put ginger in as well. And here is where I'm gonna go in with my chiffon butter. If you don't have this butter, you can use regular margarine. And so this is what it looks like, and I just cut it open. I took a chunk of it, and I'm just gonna go in. Okay, so you can put more butter in for your liking or less, to each is their own. And I'm just gonna let that boil. So when it gets down further and I'm ready, I'm just gonna put the rice in, because the rice is already washed and prepped to go in. I have my chicken here, which has already been washed usually, and as you see, you would have gone in with the vinegar, and you will need cooking oil. Doesn't matter what cooking oil, whether it's coconut oil, doesn't matter. So you need that. If you like pepper, I'm the person that likes pepper. This is my own seasoning that I have made and I use. You also need some ketchup. So you need butter, you need thyme, you need scallion, so you need bell peppers, onion. You will also have some garlic. You could use garlic powder as well. You would need potatoes. You don't need 3. You could use 2 if you want. And you would also need some Scotch bonnet pepper. You see I have chicken seasoning here. I also have some meat seasoning, and I have some browning as well. And I also have some Maggi seasoning. So these are what I will be using to make my brown stew chicken today. So what I would do is I'm gonna clear up, I'll get the things that I need, and then I'll be back. So take the time. So let me clear everything off. Okay. So I will need thyme, I would need some lime, so thyme and scallion, and you make sure these are washed. These are already washed. And you need pepper, my bell pepper there. Okay, and I got my carrot, my onion, and I got 2 potatoes peeled here, and I'm just gonna cut up my peppers. Okay, And so everything else I'm gonna clear away for now, and then I just need my chicken. Okay, so as you see, this is still boiling down. You see the color has changed. So I'm letting it cook a little bit more, and then the next time you should see this pot, the rice will be going into it. Okay, so I cut off a piece of these off the pepper, and you're just gonna chop them up. And when you're chopping, you make sure your finger, this is the way to cut, because if you go like this, you could easily cut off your hand like that. So you make sure you curve your hand like a gorilla paw and cut. So this part is going at the side of the knife. I am no professional. These are just things I learned along the ways of being home and cooking, learning how to cook myself. Some people cut up the peppers this way, some people cut it up this way as well. So either way is fine. But it's easier to cut up this way. Okay. So now that I have the pepper cut up, I get my potato and slice it. So I've cut up that. My carrot, I would just peel them like this. These are my onion. Yeah, I would just cut it up. So could cut up 2, and that's enough. And then the pepper, you could just cut up if you want it really spicy, but my household don't like too much spice, so I'll just cut up that much, and then that's it. So that's everything I need to go in to my chicken. So usually I would have pimento, where you would put pimento seeds in here. So I have my chicken here that's washed and everything. This is my sauce that I use. So I generally don't usually need all of these because I've already added them into this sauce. So it makes things easier for me. And like with pepper, there's Scotch bonnet in here as well, and onion and garlic. So generally I don't need to put that, and pimento seeds as well. That's been put through the blender and crushed, and other stuff that's in here as well. So I would just usually coat this. Okay. And it's going to be too light, so I would go in and add browning. I didn't make the sauce too hot because hubby can't stand the heat. And I would generally put these. So you would generally put these and season them and put them in your thing. So now that I have this in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub up the meat. Rubbed up the meat. I would let this sit for, you could always do it overnight. Let it sit overnight and cover it up and put it in your fridge for overnight. If you plan to cook the next day, you can also season it like this and put it in a bag and freeze it as well. So then it's kind of easy to take out and go, especially for those that are working and on the go. And if you don't have time to get your meat ready and stuff, you could do this and package it for a week as well and put it in the fridge. So I'm gonna go in. What I usually do, I'll have an extra bowl. Usually all of these I would have put in here, but for today's purposes, since I'm cooking and showing you guys what you do to season your meat and give it that flavor, you would go in with your thyme, scallion. You could put in your onions. So I like to shell them up. You put in the Scotch bonnet pepper, carrot, and then your peppers, your bell peppers, and your potato. Then I will just mix everything up. Well, you can use the spatula, or you just go in your hands. Make sure your hands are washed and clean and get in there. I find when you rub the chicken in with your hands, it does better justice. So when you get in there and you rub it up. Okay, so that's how it should look when it's finished. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let this sit for half an hour so it marinates, and then just going to cover it and put it in the fridge. So what I'm going to do before I start my chicken, what I usually do is, see, this is kind of hard, and this is why I like to separate the food and stuff like that. So you would just take out, I'm just going to take the chickens out of here and put them in here. So this is why I usually have 2 separate bowls. So, because when I want to fry the chicken, it's easier. I want these, the veggies, to go in last when I'm cooking. So let me see, and that is the last one. So you would search, and this is the reason why. So I have all my seasoning here and plate, so you even have nice gravy. Now that is what you're going to use for your gravy. So I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the station where I'm going to fry them, which I've already put in. So the oil should be hot and ready. There's an easy way that you could test to see if your oil's ready. You put that in. When you see it popping, you know that it's ready. So I'm just going to put in my scallion. So I'm putting in my scallion and my other thyme. And this is the part you can also put in your ginger if you have any, your garlic. So put that in, and I'm going to put my chicken in now. Okay, so my breast is sitting in this plate. Okay, so I have my breast in here, sitting here. I'm just gonna let these fry. So I'm gonna let those fry for now, get some brown in color, and I'm going to put in my rice next. This is ready. Got that nice foam around the corner. All right. So I'm going to be putting in my rice and peas just now. Look at that. And you know it's ready. Okay? So you would take the rice and you scoop it in. And you could also, if you have pimento seeds, you could put pimento seeds in the pot as well. And you could put garlic. Like I said, you could also put garlic in here, which I have garlic in here. See? And you could also put ginger, but I don't have any ginger and I have no pimento seeds, so you can still cook with what you have. And then all you do is just, you mix the rice around a little bit. Okay, so as you see, you can see that the rice is right there, and you see there's just a little bit of water on top of it. That will be good enough. And then you're just gonna get, so you get your frying cover, and then you just cover it and let it sit and cook. And then after that, I'll come back when the rice is finished. Okay, so now I got my corn. I'm just going to cut these in two. So cut them in two, and I'm going to put them in the pot, and these are going to be my sides. So now that they're cut, they're in the pot, I'm going to put some water and some salt and put these on the stove when I know dinner's close to being cooked. You can see chicken's getting nice color to it. That's what you're looking for. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put the rest of this chicken in. Okay, so now I've tucked in my breast in. I'm gonna let that cook. So let that fry up somewhat. So yeah. After I let that fry, I'll let it steam for a little bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna let that fry up. And after that, I'm going to drain off the oil, and then I'm going to take out the chicken and drain off the oil, and then we're gonna add the other stuff to it. So let's see how the rice is doing. So look at that, it's getting there. Oh. Added, so I've strained off the oil, added some water, and now I'm putting in my mixture. So I'm putting in everything now. Okay. I'll make sure I scrape everything out. Want a little more flavor and stuff, you can make sure you taste it. Always taste what you're cooking. So, and then you add, yeah, to give it a little bit more flavor. And then I'm just gonna let it cover it and let this bad boy simmer down. So I'm gonna let it simmer down. All right. So when you mix it up now, I'm gonna let it sit and cook, and you'll just put the lid on, give it a nice steam, and let it cook down for another about 15 to 20 minutes, and then the chicken should be cooked, gravy should be done. I'm going to put my corn on now. Okay, so my corn is on, and there it is. So that's the last thing to go on, and dinner is about to be ready shortly. So when it is all finished, I will dish out dinner, and I will show you guys what the finished results look like. It's finished. Rice and peas, nice and shallot, look good. And the brown stewed chicken is finished. So I'm about to dish, and I'll show you guys what the finished product look like. Result, and when you lift up the rice, turns out like that. So there you go, and that is dinner. I hope you guys like this quick video on how to make brown stewed chicken with rice and peas and corn. And there's dinner. So time to go dig in and have a bite. I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more videos like this. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace, guys.
First, I know this is really love, cause baby, me feel the love. Me need more than a single. Is it too soon to say I love you? This girl I do. I know those words are few, but I'll show you, cause everybody needs somebody.